Everyone laughed. I just smiled and stayed quiet. But when she came back from her weekend away, her key didn't work. My girlfriend, Jessica, had been living in my house for 6 months. My name is on the mortgage, bills, everything. I work from home as a graphic designer. Jessica's life was a performance for her 3 friends. Last weekend, she waltzes into the kitchen while I'm making dinner. Oh my God, yes, I am so in. A weekend away is exactly what I need. No, he's not coming. She hung up, beaming. The girls and I are going to the lake, leaving tomorrow. This was the first I was hearing of it. Okay, sounds fun. Which lake? Simple question. Jessica looked at me like I'd asked her to explain quantum physics. She laughed and turned to her friend who had just walked in. Can you believe him? He wants to know where I'm going. That's when Jessica delivered the line that changed everything. Stop acting like we're married. You don't get a say in where I go or who I'm with. Her friends burst into laughter. They thought this was peak comedy, a man in his own home being told he had no right to ask his live-in girlfriend's plans. I stood there holding a wooden spoon with pasta sauce dripping. I didn't get mad. A strange, zen-like calm washed over me. I looked at her smug face and smiled back. You know what? You are 100% correct. My mistake. They laughed again, thinking I was backing down. Jessica patted my cheek condescendingly, and then they swept out. Okay, I said to myself, not married, no say, got it. The moment Jessica's car disappeared on Friday, I sprang into action. First stop, my 80-year-old neighbor, Mrs. Gable, who has a surveillance network that would make the CIA jealous. I brought her lemon cake and explained what happened. Jessica's exact words. Mrs. Gable was patting my hand with righteous fury. That shameless little hussy! What's my line? I gave her a simple script for when Jessica inevitably found herself locked out. Then I began Operation Bachelor Pad Resurrection. My house had been beige pillows and pointless decorative bowls for 6 months. Time to reclaim my territory. I packed Jessica's things into labeled boxes, everyday clothes, fancy clothes for outings I wasn't invited to, and 37 pairs of identical heels. By Saturday, everything was moved to a storage unit. Then the real fun began. I replaced the beige rug with AstroTurf that looked like a football field and bought a gigantic black leather recliner with 16 cup holders. Her coffee table became a vintage pinball machine. My final move? I adopted Gus, a 120-pound St. Bernard, who immediately claimed the new sofa. Sunday night around 9 p.m., Jessica strolled up humming, tanned from her weekend. She tried her key. The new deadbolt didn't budge. She started banging on the door. Gus let out a deep woof. She called my phone 5 times. I watched it vibrate and hit decline. Right on cue, Mrs. Gable's porch light flickered on. Oh, Jessica dear, Tom's had the most